Hi guys, hi, welcome. It is our live streaming with my new series now, what is called Interview with a Celebrity.
Oh.
And yes.
I was just going to try and share you here, but of
Just
course.
let me figure this out. Privacy, I'm just going to make it public. Done. And here you go. Now you can see it. Technical. Because we want to make sure that you see everything. As last time I was streaming and somehow settings went that private that only I can see it, so it was a waste of my live video. So hopefully now you can see it. Yes, I see that people now can watching us. So yes, Karyn, did you share it?
I think so, but you know what?
Perfect.
We need to end this whole virus thing so I can have people come help me.
Yeah.
Share now. Oh my gosh, how easy is that? Share now. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So guys, let's start. Since it's my very first time using this platform, so we was doing this technical stuff, and now our interview is starting. So hi, my name is Anastasia. I'm celebrity hairstylist, salon owner, the author of 2 books. And today, my celebrity guest is Karyn Mullen. So please welcome Karyn. With those hearts, likes, please participate in our live.
We know the people that are going to join us, or at least some of them, so that'll be fun. I feel like we should have like a tea party with everybody or something. Maybe yours is more martini, but mine is.
I have my coffee with me.
So in honor of you, pink.
Oh my.
I know, I love it. I'm going right now.
So let me tell you who Karyn Mullen is. Besides, she's gorgeous woman, amazing person, but she actually very successful woman. She is one of the top successful women in Canada. So Karyn is successful entrepreneur, corporate executive, marketing public relations strategist, speaker, real estate investor and collector, and magazine founder of First Lady Global. So you can check her magazine. This is her new creation, her baby. It's called www.firstladyglobal.com.
Yes, and go to the magazine section of that, and you can see the magazine that we just put out. Actually, just got posted today.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh, it is fun.
So, Karyn, you achieved such a huge success. You were born in a normal family, in an average family, so not like Donald Trump with his father money, who had a already great start, and you achieved such a great success. So, what is the secret?
Well, first of all, yes, thank you. And I did achieve success, but I feel funny talking about it because, I guess it's whoever you compare yourself to. I'm not Donald Trump, but nevertheless, I did do well. And how did I do it?
You did fantastic.
Fantastic. It's hard to actually. What I'm proud of is that I achieved the money goals, but I also did it by still keeping my friends. From Ray, my husband's viewpoint, it's like I never left the house. So it's kind of like I could look like I'm a stay-at-home wife, even though I wasn't. And I got to still do my dancing. So I had a lot of freedom. I wasn't like one of the regular people who get kind of stuck just doing one thing. I had a full life, and that's what I'm creating right now, even more and more and more. And the magazine is part of that. And knowing you is part of that.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I'm very interested in and attracted to people who are full of life. So you're one of those people. And I was thinking today, why do I always say that the people I know should be on TV? Now, I don't say it about everybody, but there's a few people I do. And you are one of the people that I think really should, for sure, have your own show or podcast or something, because you are full of life. And if you just look over at that side of the screen,
oh my God,
it happened by accident.
Thank you. This is so interesting. You said full of life. That's true. I'm so energetic and I'm all over the place. I'm so excited that sometimes when I see my videos later, I'm that kind of jumping head in the camera because that energy just comes out of me.
Yes.
I need to come down and be more.
No, you don't. You have to be actually just exactly yourself. And I joined her at the hairdressing awards, and everybody there was wearing black. But she still stood out, and she was wearing black. So it's a personal energy.
Explain to people what we're talking, because we are talking. So
I
am a hairdresser, and I invited Karyn to go with me last time to this Hairdressers Awards Gala. It is the most prestigious gala event for hair in a hairdressing industry. It's held once a year, and it is a competition. Also there, and all hairdressers, the best hairdressers from all Canada, all around the Canada, flew for that one night, just kind of to be part of this gala. And I invited Karyn as my guest, and we went together for this coolest hairdressing event of the year.
Yeah, and I did my best to kind of blend in. I wore some kind of my coat, my green coat and everything. But thank you for that. But, I guess what should we talk about today? Because we have, I guess I should answer how I actually did it, or whatever the word is. First of all, I didn't know for sure I would be able to. So if I look at my life, I had like an idea. So like the pictures people have. And I had my own idea of success, and then I just never let that drop until I got it, even when everything around me looked like it was totally impossible. And not only impossible, but people almost seemingly working against me to create it. And then when it was all done, I remember I asked my mom, I said, did you know that I would be like financially successful? And she goes, oh yes, because you wrote it down. But you know what? Nobody acted like that.
I see.
Until after it was done.
I have how you handle those moments when you was feeling down, or something was not getting your way, or or you was facing some obstacles. It's inevitable. So how you was handling those moments emotionally?
Okay. Well, thank God I'm not on video all the time. It doesn't look good, does it? I don't know. Like even today, there's no such thing as this, or maybe there is. It's very rare though. Like, I'm not all together all the time. It's just that you just kind of like say, you know what, this is my life. I'm going to get back in my own game, and you get back. But it doesn't. You don't have to make it look so good. You're like, I'm a real person. You're a real person. Sometimes somebody says to you kind of offends you for a few minutes, and then you get back and you start again. I think I have my view on things is. It is, first of all, it's my life. And like, if you look in history, there's great leaders, or like Napoleon, but nobody even knows him. So my point is, I can live my life entirely free, because even the biggest and best of human beings are forgotten. So everything I'm doing really matters to me the most. And so I don't mean live selfishly, but just actually decide to live while you're living.
Thank you. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of, first you need to decide for yourself, and then just go from there, and just probably do something for fun. So whatever inspires you and what you see the point of it, why you're doing it, right?
Yeah, I think the thing about fun is important. So my motto is make money, have fun, and live beautifully. There is nothing exciting to me to have this. Raymond would hate this. My husband would hate this. To have money in the bank just because money's in the bank. I love real estate, not just because it's a great investment, but because I like to decorate. I know that's like the opposite of good financial planning as far as men are concerned, but I'm actually not motivated just to make money. I like nice things. I like to live nicely.
And that's amazing, because when you have financial security, not even security, financial success, you can live beautiful life. So kind of money giving you that freedom, to do whatever you want and to choose whatever you want.
Here's where I agree but disagree. I'll tell you why. Because even when I lived in a basement apartment, and I lived in basement apartments, my house, my space was always decorated beautifully. I would put in, it's not wood. What is it? Fake wood floors, whatever the heck they're called. I would put that in other people's homes, in the basement. I would redo the floor in the kitchen. I would put all new knobs in the kitchen. I would paint the walls. I would put new chandeliers in. And while I stayed there, my house looked fabulous, but I was in a basement apartment. So to other people, I might look poor. But to me, I never felt poor. I always lived very well. And when I didn't have any money, I bought my clothes at Value Village, and I would have it cleaned and I would have it tailored. So let's say that something costs like $69. I would spend double that, but I would have like a really high-end outfit, perfectly tailored. So in my own mind, I wasn't poor.
And that's amazing. Thank you for for answering that, because beauty is something which comes within, comes from the inside out. And when you feel rich, even though despite your bank account status, it just kind of, when you feel rich inside and when you feel beautiful, you kind of creating that surrounding around you and creating that world around you what is start being beautiful. I agree that when your eyes enjoying of those things what you see, it's kind of very inspiring. But this is interesting thing you brought up. I know you finished some interesting school in London, that you actually have your taste now brought to professional level because you have a education. Please tell more about that.
Are you speaking about the Sotheby's school or this finishing school?
Okay. No, not finishing school yet. Yes.
All right, so Sotheby's, it's an art institute. So Sotheby's is an auction house like a Christie's. So you can buy collectible goods. So what they do is they have, like for connoisseurs, they have education programs where they train people. I went to a class in London, and one of the things that I thought was interesting for women, like myself, so I am serious-minded, at the same time I'm a little bit fluffy. So I found out that collecting wine is actually the second most stable investment after real estate. I know, who knew? And I don't even drink wine, but I thought if I ever collected, I would collect vintage champagne. I think that's fabulous.
What? Vintage champagne? I love champagne, but
champagne, we have it like in wonderful 1920s glasses or something. But so it's one of those things where it's a really great investment. Like Andrew Lloyd Webber, when I was there, he was selling off his wine collection. And it has to be consumed within 25 years, wine in particular. But I figure if you match what your interests are to collecting, not just stuff, but something that somebody wants, then you can make money and have fun at the same time. And imagine the people you would meet if you collected wine. And that's just one idea. But they talked about collecting watches, collecting handbags. So I have lots of handbags, but after I realized, I have very expensive handbags, but they don't have a resale market. Maybe they would, but not the same as some of the like Hermes or the collectible.
Yeah, or Dior or Chanel, what is always classic pieces.
Yes. But one of the things, and also in the magazine, if you go to the section on Robert Noakes at firstladyglobal.com, and there's an article on Robert Noakes. He's our designer. He's done a couple of our homes. And I know this sounds silly, but let's say I had the poor person's mentality where you just buy nice stuff. But I never realized that you can buy nice stuff that other people want. Now, my art in my home, this is not like behind me here, it's a Canadian artist, but it's not particularly collectible, which means when I go to sell it, even though it costs me, I think that was like maybe 12, 15,000 at the time, then when I go to sell it, it's not worth anything, really, even though it actually had a high price tag. So it's not what you spend, it's what you can sell it for that is part of determining its value. So I learned that way after I made all these purchases. But so anyway, Sotheby's has classes. There's online classes. You can go to London, which of course I think is part of the fabulousness of it. Maybe we should go to a class together.
Maybe, yeah.
They started yeah.
I actually thinking, you know, like we both love fashion, and fashion, it's part of our lives. We love everything beautiful,
Yes.
and makeup and hair and clothes and heels and bags and everything. So
Corsets.
which one?
Corsets. We like
Corsets.
wearing it now. I'm not, but
That's true. But what do you think? Why fashion is so important? Because nowadays, especially with this lockdown, I hear people saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter how you look. I'm staying in my pajama all day long. So why should I, even focus on my look or how, But at the same time, what's your opinion on fashion and why it is important?
okay, I will say mine if you tell me yours, or do you want to say it first?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, well, I always think like that means that they don't think anybody's going to come look at them. Like, I don't know, like let's say that they say fashion's not important, I don't care how I look, and then knock, 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 their version of James Bond shows up. They're going to be sorry they didn't have that shower. So it's not so much like, whoa, I think Coco Chanel said, dress as if you're going to bump into your enemy or something like that. Like it's kind of like that moment. Like you don't want to be like, today's the day you bump into somebody. Now, I'm not saying we do it necessarily always for other people, but it has an effect. And it has an effect on me. It has an effect on others. Like, it's like saying that a young girl wouldn't dress up. I think it would be sad if a young girl didn't want to dress up. It means she has no friends coming over. But I think even a young girl would dress up even if her friends weren't coming over. And I think a person who doesn't want to dress up kind of lost their spirit of play because it's not serious. Like Raymond and the Facebook audience knows what I look like without makeup and the dress. And we love each other anyway. But he still loves when I come in with the heels because it has an effect. And it's a game. It's a game.
For
what
me,
would you like to say?
I'm sorry?
What would you like to say about that?
For me, fashion has two purposes, actually. I look at the fashion and style as a language, as a way of communication with the world, because the way you present yourself, it's actually what you're saying about yourself to the people around you, to the world, and that's kind of not verbal communication. So basically, you can use your look as your personal branding, because let's say a person who is a rock star on a stage gonna look differently, let's say CEO of the bank. So you kind of by look just kind of can understand where person belongs to which group, to which part of a society or subculture or whatever. So this is what I'm saying, business purpose. Yeah. And then I have a personal purpose. What I just love the way when I look good. So, and it is a part of the discipline, because to wake up, to take your shower, to do your hair, to apply your makeup, it's already routine. And for me, it's kind of routine and it's already self-discipline, because I notice when I'm not doing those things, you kind of feel, I'm not talking about those weekends when you just want to relax and don't do anything, but on everyday basis, it's kind of given me personally that kind of lousy attitude towards anything. But when I am ready, I feel that, okay, I am ready and now I can go and, do everything, even though if I'm just washing my dishes at home and nobody see me. So I'm not doing this because I feel that I'm not pretty or something, because I heard that point of view when person saying, oh, I don't need to impress anyone. I'm not impressing anyone. It's just me.
I think that when somebody says, hang on a second, when somebody says that they don't need to impress anyone, I think they gave up on the idea that they could. Because anybody who's dressing up for themselves doesn't even think that they're trying to impress anyone. I don't think I'm going to impress anyone. But I do know, strangely, that when I wear, let's say, nice clothes, let's say, everyone knows about the red bottom shoes. Do you know that women will come up to me and they'll want their picture taken with me? I don't know what they're doing with these pictures. They will talk to me. So it's almost like I know that women actually want it by how much in communication they are with me once I'm wearing something that they admire. I know it's not about me because I walk down the street in my regular, let's say, like track pants or something for a walk. No one is asking for my picture.
Exactly. Also thinking that when you look good, it's not even sometimes about so much about you, how you can inspire other people. Because another woman, even random woman who just passing you by on the street can think, oh my God, I love the way she looks, and I have similar jacket, and if I'm gonna wear it with whatever. So basically, subconsciously and unknowingly, you can start a creative process of other person. Or even sometimes when person don't like the way you look, she can think, oh my God, I don't like the way it looks, so that's what I'm not gonna wear. So then she's gonna build her wardrobe or her style around something else. So so it's kind of amazing. So I think people underestimating this tool.
Okay, look, you and I are all chit-chatting. So I have more for you. So I was thinking about that dress really is for other people a lot of the time, because let's say that you go to a funeral. You're not dressing to impress the person who passed away, but it is a sign of respect to the people that are there. And even when you show up at work, you should have your hair washed out of respect for other people and the brand that you represent. And if there were choices between two people, one that's clean and has themselves pulled together, and another person who's really determined not to try and impress anyone, they're going to pick the person who's just basically clean and tidy.
That's true. And that is called dress code. Because what is dress code? It is a set of rules what is applied to this particular time, place, and event.
Yeah.
Because and weather, of course, that's what does matter. So exactly, you cannot show up on the funeral in a bridesmaid's dress. It's gonna make no sense.
Unless that's the flavor of that person who passed away, it would be a sign of respect to that person. But like for today, when I was planning on meeting with this lovely lady, I decided, because she's always like so to me like Marilyn Monroe, that's like her vibe. And so I can show you, I got all these pink things, pink. I got my pink teapot. So it's more of like dressing for the occasion than trying to put yourself, it's kind of like, I like to contribute to what she's creating by how I dress. And so at work, you contribute to what your boss or your coworkers want by either a uniform or a dress style. And even for my husband, if he wants, now he's a fabulous man, by the way, but when I say this, he's like a regular guy and that we're around the same height, but I can make him feel more masculine by dressing more feminine. So it's not so much that I'm trying to impress him, but I'm involved in this co-creation with him. And I know for sure people say, Karyn, I was thinking about you today and I dressed up, and they'll send me a picture of them.
And actually, speaking about your husband, so Karyn is married to Raymond Aaron. Right. Raymond Aaron, it is world famous motivational speaker. He is also real estate guru, and he's top 10 New York Times best-selling author. So it's like,
you're so good that you knew that.
Wow. So Raymond Aaron is amazing. That's actually through Raymond I met Karyn, because I came to one of the Raymond's events, what he was how he was holding in Toronto, and
Yeah.
that's where I met Karyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that Raymond also have a huge event coming up.
Yes, it's an online event, of course, at the moment, and that one is World Prosper Summit 2, and that's on the 30th of May. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Registered, and I cannot wait to attend, and it's fabulous. And the thing is that that event is free. And when I'm saying free, it's not because they're gonna sell something, but because
Maybe they will.
or maybe they will, whatever. But the main thing that usually Raymond's events are expensive, but since now he's not paying all those expenses to rent the room, to bring the speakers, pay for the flights and something. So that basically for the audience is free. So that's what is amazing. And actually, I'm gonna have interview with Raymond coming Sunday. So he's gonna explain more in the details, guys, for you coming Sunday at 9:30 a.m.
Yes, and I don't know if I met you the very first time you were at Raymond's group, but I think that I have a talent for collecting special people, my version of special people. And I do remember you in the audience, because I think that one of the presentations I gave was about my imaginary life, like basically creating things from your imagination. And I actually remember you. I think there were like something like 400 or 500, maybe 400 people there. And you were over on the left-hand side. I think you were wearing some kind of black leather.
I don't remember. It was so many years ago.
I know, but see, I remember people. And I remember you were nodding, because then I thought, this is a person who can visualize the future and goes for it, because I can tell by who's in sync with me if they have a similar way of creating things. So for other people, it might have been brand new, but you kind of like, I had a feeling that's how you create. You just decide, like an artist, what your life is going to be. Then you put yourself in what a character of that kind of life would be, and you go create it.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, and then we went for a couple retreats together. So, and that's how we build up not only our business relationships, because Karyn also a client of mine for hair sometimes.
You fix me up after.
Well, now it's quarantine, so now
nobody's.
But also we created not only business relationships, but also friendship, what I'm very happy about. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think we should do business with friends, because I was thinking about, I wrote something in the magazine about basically this good old boys club. It's fine, friends should help friends, but you're not part of the good old boys club, and that's the only downside. But with your group of friends, you give them work, they give you work. You help each other out. Maybe you're really good at administration, another person is good at sales. Well, together you complete an organizational board, like how a company is organized, and you can grow together. But most people miss the opportunity to give their friends work, not out of pity, but generally speaking, if you're good, you're going to be around other people who are excellent. So don't skip over them.
You're absolutely right. You actually, something what I just caught myself thinking, that I heard that opinion when people saying, oh, I'm lonely wolf and I'm gonna achieve success on my own. Yeah. And I strongly disagree with that, because also our friend and coach Mayor Isra is teaching, the way your success, it is a sum of spread out, a sum of qualities, those spread out of communication, whatever he's saying. So basically what he said,
number of communications.
Number of a communication, thank you. I thank you for helping me.
No.
So, and that's how you can achieve success if you're not gonna start communicating with world. Because yes, sometimes you're gonna do mistakes, but you're gonna learn from that. And that's why when you're doing business with the friends, the people not gonna bring you down. They're actually gonna help you and promote you and just inspire you. So that is very, very important, on my opinion. And I just lost what I just, please help.
Oh, well, I will say, like, for example, the definition of friend is not necessarily the person that's geographically convenient. That's what Raymond always says. Friendship, many people define friendship as somebody who's geographically convenient, meaning they're down the road. That's not necessarily your friend. Your friend is somebody who helps you out in good times and in bad times. And it's not the fake friend or the friend that talks about you behind your back. It's the one that, like, they can sense when you're having a down day, send you a good message, but also help support you in living. So for example, people come to me and they ask me about you because I promote you. But I don't promote you out of some kind of pity thing. You actually are excellent. And if you keep your friend who is excellent hidden from the view of other people that can go and work with them, are you trying to starve your friend? That's not a friend. You have to be willing to go on Facebook where nobody cares if they complain about you, whatever. But if one person goes to your friend, somebody you decide to help, isn't that a good thing? What's wrong with having your friend eat? It sounds good to me.
That's true. That's true. And I like strong people, strong leaders like Raymond, like Mir, who collecting those people like us around them and creating those kind of communities almost, and creating those friendships, those number of communications that you can start and build your business faster. So, and I actually would like to mention Mayor, and with his coming free webinar coming Sunday. So guys, well, if you're watching us and you enjoying this, and please welcome coming Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for free webinar with Mir Isra. You can go to his website and register. It's www.mirisra.com/yoga.
You're good.
So please welcome. And so far that webinar is free. And if you don't know Mayor, his courses cost a lot. Sometimes it is up to $10,000 a course. He's 1 hour.
Did you know that?
I'm sorry?
I started. There's higher. I've paid up to $50,000 for a day.
A day. So guys, and
take the free, for goodness sake. Come say it again with your /yoga. Go. What is it?
Register, because it's that rare opportunity when you can learn from the best.
Yeah. And some people ask me, like, why if I'm married to Raymond, who also teaches some wealth courses and spiritual courses, why am I also on Mir's courses? Well, I have to tell you, it's not just even Mir. I have other people that I go to. I go to Marie Diamond, Donna Steinhorn, Maurice Dutrasac. These are other people. Once I start with a coach and somebody that helps me, which I actually, in my mind, make a friend, I'm not leaving them. Why? They helped me. And so I will work in the background to help my coaches. Like, I don't care.
Exactly. You're so right. And I also agree that, first of all, that's what Raymond, your husband, taught me. You need to have a coach, because yes, you can figure out your own way to the success or whatever your goal is. But with a coach, you're going to make it faster and more effectively. You're not going to waste those time on building, because you're going to have help. So that's why you need to have a coach. And it's okay. It's actually welcome when you have more than one coach, because let's say for every area. For example, Raymond is my coach in a financial coach. He helped me to build my business. He actually, because of Raymond, I'm successful today.
And you decided to implement the things that worked right away. So that's also, yeah.
Let's say Mayor is a spiritual coach. Of course, you need to have a fitness trainer. What's going to be your health and physical trainer, like, personal trainer. So basically you have to coach, not physical coach.
Yeah, well, the same way, I don't want to do my hair forever. I'm coming to you.
Please, yes.
We have help. But I think that just in general, people have always said, like when I had staff, they would say, staff that disagreed, they would say, why can't we just make up our own minds? They'd think that somehow like I was like a soft personality, which is hilarious because I am nice, but I'm not soft. Have to go through when people disagree with you. It's not easy. You have to be, as Mira would say, closed on yourself. I'm self-closed. But what a coach does is a person comes with you so that when you have all these like, the barking dogs or people who disagree with you, you have somebody join with you just to help you. Even if their whole job is to say, you're doing the right thing, you're really smart. I can tell you that I've had a call or two like that, and that is sometimes all you need. That's all you need. But then they actually do give you help to help you go through the maze. Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes those little bit of validation of your success or of your trying things, it already means a lot and inspires you more to do more actions towards your success goal. So that's true. So yeah, guys, welcome and join us on a webinar. So we're gonna do more interviews, so it's gonna be amazing. It looks like I'm starting those kind of Facebook TV series with amazing people. And that's what I call today interview with a celebrity, because everyone so far who was on my Facebook lives are celebrity.
But see, this is what I was talking about, like in terms of creating things from your mind. Like right now, you came up with the name, and like I'm not Beyonce, but I bet you the next one could be something like that. Like you've already called it, you're creating it. That's the space, and now people will come in to fill it. And even the way that like you look and you present yourself, it's of the appropriate size to bring in people. And I think that's where beauty comes in. It kind of creates size in a way. Like an actor on stage. I said to Raymond, like, would anybody have watched Star Wars if nobody was in costume? I don't care how great the dialogue is. No.
No. And actually, I mean, in a movie industry, they use in costumes, aka fashion, really, really to the top point. Like, for example, if you looking usually bad guys, they're usually good looking, like, because they want to show and bring your attentions to. And like even like one of the latest movie, Joker, even would be not that makeup and costumes, even it was like kind of ugly one, but it just brought attention. That's what I mean. It just communicates with the people and just talking who you are and how you feel. And only by costume you can understand the mood, the character, and go on a deeper level. So guys, don't underestimate the power, the way you look, the power of a fashion. It's not that superficial as you think.
I don't know what time we have, but I wanted to just...
We have like probably about like, so far we're online already 38 minutes. It's like flying by so fast. So I was thinking we should keep it like to an hour. That's not
okay. That's no problem.
We still have 20 minutes.
Okay, so I just wanted to maybe say a couple of things to people. And that is, number one, I did hire a coach in my early 20s when I had a regular job in an office. I was a nobody who wanted to be, in my mind, somebody. I was a somebody, but basically I always overinvested in myself. So that's just number one. If we're talking about how to create success, it's that you have to do what other people aren't doing to be successful. Because if you're sweet and do everything that your boss says for you to do, you're going to go in the direction that your boss is sending you. That's not necessarily where you want to go. So you have to kind of know where you want to go. And then pick people to go on your team who want to help you get there. And I wanted to talk to you, if you can share, I'll call it the furniture story.
Oh, you want to share? Okay.
But I wanted to say something like every single very successful person that I have met was unsuccessful. What does that mean?
It's true.
Success doesn't look like success. Having fancy clothes doesn't mean you're successful. And I remember when I first met Raymond, he pointed to a guy in an expensive sports car. He goes, "Does this guy look successful? To me, I just see expenses." So to have the whole package, you have to be willing to be unsuccessful and look a little bit bad. So I wonder if you could tell your story, because this is the kind of attitude that creates success. Can you talk about that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you any of my embarrassing things. I don't mind.
It's okay. So it was really interesting story because I am great hairdresser. I know it, and that's what. Now, this is a period.
Not only just a great hairdresser, like in the top 1% of the 1% of the 1%, like top. Yeah.
Thank you. So, and after the school, I started working in Yorkville area. I did the most prestigious area of Toronto, and I quickly built up clientele that I expanded to the point that I need to open the salon. So I found salon, I opened my salon, and my problem was that I opened the salon, but people from that area didn't want to travel to my salon. And in this new area, new people didn't know me. And as you know, hairdresser, it's such an intimate an important person in any woman's life. So you cannot just go. It's not like a walk-in, let me do. Sometimes we do have those moments, but most of the time not. And I ended up like just having salon, what means a lot of expenses on a rent, on a like, you know, supplies and everything. And I have no income because nobody knows me. And I decided, oh my God, I know that I'm a great hairdresser, so I need somebody to help me. So I went to Raymond event. It is Karyn husband's Raymond Aaron event, and where he was talking about branding. And whatever he was talking to me, it just appeals. I just hear, I understand whatever he's saying, and I know it's right, and I just know it. But at that time, I was on this kind of hard period of my time. I was divorcing, whatever, and all those expenses. So I ran out of money. I didn't have money, and this course cost a couple $1,000, and I absolutely must have it. So what I did, I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna buy my furniture later, but for now, to buy that course, I literally sold my furniture because I needed to buy it. And am I regretting? No, because after I took that course, it just boom, within like magic wand, boom, like within 2 months, I already start feeling people in. I become editorial hair and makeup stylist. I got TV show where I was leading hairstylist and makeup artist for TV show. Actually, what I ended up doing 2 seasons, and then even coming, yeah, that was fun. So I saw this movie industry from the inside, and I was not only doing hair and makeup, but also I was in front of camera too, as a part of a show. Yeah, so that's what it's telling you. Sometimes, you're right, Karyn, sometimes to go to this bigger thing, bigger goal, sometimes you need to lose little things and not to be hold and attached to it, because you can buy them later, doesn't matter. But if you're going to lose that opportunity, or you're not going to get help right away, you know, you might end up losing bigger thing. Because if I would not do that, probably I would lose my salon. But because of that, I not only saved my salon, but I actually built up a solid clientele that I'm working now by appointments only. So, I mean, now because of quarantine, it's going to be a requirement. But even before that, it was true. You know, so it was fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, so I have more of a comment on that now. So the reason that, okay, so Raymond told me that if he had known that she sold her furniture, he wouldn't have let her into the program because he didn't want to be like, have somebody starve. But here's the thing. She did it because she believed in her own idea. And that's that thing about, Mira was talking about self-closed, Mira Ezra. When I think about how I created the successes that I had, it did not look good to others, and that's irrelevant. You knew what you were creating, and you were willing to do whatever it took to create it. And the other things that's in her favor is that there's many people that go to Raymond's courses, and Mira will say, oh, branding's bullshit. But the truth is, branding's bullshit if you don't really have your own idea and determination to make it happen. So you had the idea, then Raymond had also this instruction about you go over and you say that you're the author of the upcoming book.
That's true. That's how I got actually my book.
And then tell them what happened as soon as you said that. But I'm not trying to say this is for Raymond. I want to show you what successful people do. They're just willing to do way more than people who are unsuccessful. So please give that example.
Yeah, so basically how I'm looking at the success, it's kind of chain. When it is a one part block to another part, it just brings you another part, and that's what everything that chain creates, that ladder going from point A to point B. And yes, Raymond just gave me that boost, because when I started doing this when I started writing my book, I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna write my book? It's in English. English, it's not my first language. I was like, you kidding me? I cannot probably speak. How am I gonna write in English? He's like, you can do it. Your accent has nothing to do with your knowledge. You know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. So he kind of gave me, as we were talking before, he was just believing in me in those moments and kind of walked me beside me during that time. And as soon as I started writing my book, I started presenting myself as an author of the upcoming book. So I was not like lying or something. It was just because it's true. And of course, within a couple of months, my book came out, and we had a great lunch party for my book, actually. So this is a change. And when I was on some party and I saw some people and they was asking me like, who are you? I said, I'm Anastasia, I'm salon owner, hair and makeup stylist, and I'm the author of the upcoming book. And they're like, oh my God, I'm a producer of a show, and actually I'm looking for a person who knows her stuff to work with me on a TV show. And that's how I got my TV show. And of course, as soon as you appear on the TV, boom, more people know about you, and what means more income, because people want to come do their hair and whatever. So it means brought me income. Yeah.
So that's what success looks like. And part of, if you work with other people that know other components of a business, like for example, there's 7 divisions of a company, and everybody does a job, and we add to it and add to it and add to it. And at the end, you have a company that produces a product that you can get money for. But most people are walking around with one area of expertise, like they deliver great hairstyles, okay? But they will never expand until they get sales and marketing and then administration. So you can see that you can have a powerful person who's really great at something, and if they don't have the other divisions of the company, then they can't expand. And if she made the mistake of thinking that it's her and not that she's just missing parts of an organization, she would be in the wrong direction. So I'm really proud of her for making those kinds of courageous efforts, because most people will not want to, they'll want to keep the illusion of success so their friends think they're successful. But your friends aren't your friends if they don't let you sell your furniture and risk it. Because they have to know that inside is this wonderful, amazing person who, if you see her, she is meant to be on TV. She is tall, she is blonde, she has a great accent, she dresses well. Yeah, it makes total sense. But anyway, for you at home, if you have an idea, you just have to have it as your idea, and don't subject it to other people's opinion, because they'll have their own opinion of your opinion, and that's not going to work.
And this is interesting what you just said, idea. And probably people who watching us not quite understand what idea means.
Okay.
it's something what you brings something from nothing.
Yes.
What you create and do those, part of action, motion, communication. So you create something from nothing, and that's actually who is well explaining. It's our friend and coach Mir Isra. So don't forget to register for his free webinar coming Sunday at 3:00 at www.mirisra.com/yoga.
Yeah,
So
and also,
I'm just sharing. This is not, guys, advertising. It's just sharing, because if successful people like Karyn, and we have in our group a lot of other really successful people still using coaches and learning from the best, you probably want to do it too, because I really inspired to create my to create my space and people around me to be successful as well, because together we can make this world better and more beautiful in any aspect. So that's why it's so important. So don't think that we're just talking here and making an advertising. It's actually helping you. Just kind of join this success club.
but I also think that everyone's so worried about not coming off like they're advertising, and only people who are worried about hearing advertising, I'm pretty sure they don't have money. Because if you can't advertise your friends or recommend a movie that actually helps people, I don't think the problem is in recommending good things. I think the problem is on the other side, that you can't hear that other things are working because somehow you think, I guess it makes them wrong in a way. I guess the point is, if you just decide to join in with other people, you'll find that it's easier on you to create things, because there's nothing actually wrong with you. You're just missing parts if things aren't working out. Like, your marriage can be improved with one piece of idea, or like there's no sports team without a coach. There's no professional sports team without a coach. We would think it's crazy. Yeah.
This, like our friend Mark Coy, the Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
He was talking that actually why he won Olympics and got a golden medal in Olympics because of a coach.
Isn't that hilarious that you know all these people? And doesn't it seem like our life is so charmed? We know like Olympic gold medalists and people who run universities, and Raymond, who's a New York Times bestselling author. Like, what happened to us?
And it's so cool, because when you're surrounded with the people of that level, this is your friends. Actually, to Mark, I was talking today. I just sent him, hey, Mark, how is your spring going? And he just like, yeah, I'm training, and finally it's spring. It's like, really.
Are you going to interview him?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm thinking, because I think his story, how he achieved this golden medal of Olympics, guys, this is huge. I think it's going to be inspiring and interesting for people. And as I said, I just started doing this interview with a celebrity series. For a while, I was, listen, salon is closed. I have a lot of time, and I realized that I know so many great people.
Yes.
So I want to share with you guys and create like kind of this club when we can help each other. And what is amazing, and since really I know a lot of people and great, successful, kind, caring people,
the whole package,
I should present them to the world.
Yes, you should. And that's that thing about friends. Like these, like when you say about even Mark McCoy, yes, Olympic gold medalist. He still has abs like crazy, and I think I don't even know how old he is, but he's not super young. But the point is, he was a regular person who had the idea that he wanted a gold medal. Can you imagine that just the idea of it and then following it up with work creates it, and of course coaching. And you know who I left to talk to you is Raymond was talking to Dr. John Gray, who wrote Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Yes.
In the other room. I come in here to talk to you. Look how like I'm just like, sloughing off.
Dr. Gray also in some events, on one of the some events. And that is great. Look, we're talking about these world famous people, and they're just kind of, that's like a part of our circle. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, and wow. The people that I'm talking about that I admire the most, they are also the people most willing to get coffee, to do the grunt jobs, to help you win without money. Like if you don't have money and you call on any of the people that I'm talking to, they will help you. It's the opposite of, like, I'll call it the stingy world, like where they won't talk to you unless you pay. No assistant wants to get you coffee because somehow it's below them. I can tell you that it's the biggest people who get me coffee. And even Ash Villani, do you know Ash? He's like my friend. He worked with me. He also has his business. I can't remember now. What is it, the exact name? I'm mixing it up with the real estate agency that I just went to.
A second.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I'm getting it.
Sure. Got into my eye. No, but now it's.
Don't worry about it. I got to figure out Ash's name. I know it's a home care business, and I know sort of the name, but let me just look it up.
Yeah. And
right from Canada.
55 minutes online, and this is like this time just spent by. Just put in the comments if you like it, if you find it this.
Anybody looking at it.
Yeah, if inspire you, like whatever you're feeling, whatever you want, or maybe you have any suggestions, maybe you have any ideas what you want to share with us. You're of course welcome to share in the comments, because after this live video, of course, we're gonna go through the comments and to see what you are writing. So we want to include in our circle.
I wanted to mention the thing about Ash, not because of his business, but you know what? The other day he said he's going around delivering, like masks and gloves to his healthcare workers. And he said, do you know what? I'm driving by your home. Should I drop off some Starbucks? I mean, this is like a big guy running a business. Like, I just mean like the kindness of the people that actually work hard. When you see the inside view of people that are successful, it isn't this fake front. It's working hard, working long hours, but in a way that's so generous that it makes life worth living for me and I guess for them. So I don't know, I know we're running out of time, but you are that person. Like, I noticed that when people come in, they talk mostly about, yes, their problems, and you have a psychology background. Is that right? Psychology?
Yeah, psychology. I studied professional psychology in university.
Look at you. And the two of us are always doing some kind of education. Like, I know you wanted to mention I went to finishing school.
Yeah, because Karyn went to Switzerland to a finishing school. And it's not just finishing school for etiquette or whatever. It's actually a school what Princess Diana herself finished. And
I'm going to try and find something too.
All around the world was finished. And Karyn was a student of that school. So that is like fascinating to me.
Yeah, and of course it was the oldest in Europe, and I can't find it, but it was such a hoot because I used to read The New Yorker when I was in high school, a magazine. And of course The New Yorker came at the same time that I was there, and I was like, of course it is. It's part of like the playful attitude towards life. Like, you go out there, you take steps, and it's kind of like life reaches for you too. So anyway, I never want to present myself as this super successful person, because I'm a regular person that took action towards things that I wanted. And I noticed that you are that person too. And I saw the people that were going to join us. And I know that they're that kind of person too. Like, I noticed Carol was going to join us, Anita.
Yeah, actually, I can see here the comments. Swapna,
another,
and Marie. Like, we have a lot of people watching us. Hi guys, we're really happy that you joined us for this live session of interview.
Yes, and so I'm going to congratulate you on your new series.
Thank you.
Very nice. But I do need to get my actual hair done.
Let's pray government gonna let us open soon, because so far it's illegal to work, and they figure out the regulation. Whatever. Sooner or later they have no chance like to open us.
Well, okay, we'll do a big roundup here. So Meir's got his. You can always find Meir at, I'll spell it, MEIREZRA.com. And right now he's got yoga. He's talking about the laws of yoga, basically. But basically at the end, you'll learn how to create a life that you dream of. And it's MeirEzra.com/yoga. And then Raymond is having a class, but Raymond's always also having a class, and his is AARON.com, and he's going to have World Prosper Summit. And you, and it's going to say you do your big program here. Da, 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 da.
I'm sorry?
Talk about your salon.
Well, yes, my salon. Well, you can find it on my profile. My salon called Anastasia Metro Hair Designs. I am a hairstylist who specializes on blonde hair color and color corrections. So that's what I'm great. It is a chemistry. I mean, color chemistry, and I'm great with color corrections and blonde. Why blonde? Because it's the most difficult color to do and to create, that it looks good, not damaged, not yellow, whatever. So, and that is my specialty. So that's, I'm not a barber. I'm not a kid's hairstylist. All what I do is just color, 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 color. And that's what I'm great. And that's fun for me. I'm just enjoying this. This is like, oh my God. I can talk about hair for hours. So let's wrap this up.
I know we're going. I just want to say, to go to my site too, if you're interested. I know people can't figure out why I have a magazine because it looks like she's not even advertising, but it's at firstladyglobal.com and also on Instagram. I think First Lady Global Magazine. And what I love to do is I love to build businesses, usually to buy double digits, but I think I'm going to work with you in the future because I wanted to do a series of, first of all, blonde hair for all different skin types. Because blonde, I learned from the hairdressing show that blonde is the color of the skin. And I intend, for fun, that she wins Master's Hairstylist. No, Colorist. What's the category that I wanted you to win in at the Hairstylist Award?
Master Colorist or Canadian Hairstylist of the Year. We have a couple categories to play with.
And I have an opportunity that came to me about, they said that they have a hair coloring product that is very gentle on the hair and da-da-da-da. And who did I think of? So if I get that, even if it's white labeled or I do a partnership, who do you think that I want to work with? I'm very rich women right now. That's what you're seeing. Anyway, we'll have a lot of fun. Thank you.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap this up and gonna go enjoy this beautiful and sunny day. So we'll go and just grab some coffee and go for a nice walk. Meanwhile, thank you, Karyn, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your chat, and thank you guys for watching us. Of course, you're welcome to share this video with your friends on your Facebook pages, because I know that information, what we were talking today about, even though it sounds easy and as a chat, but I'm sure you can help your friends to figure out and to find their own ideas. So please welcome to share.
Yes, I'm going to say just share it, because friends help friends, and that's an ideal world for me.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Now we have to do this strange long goodbye right now.